You could look at it and see yourself. It was just too arcadey, coming from the Fight Night and Fight Night Round 2 and all that we had. You know, it was just, look at it. Look at how I could just, you can literally just stand there doing this. Oh no, takes me back. Mario parties, the first 3 Mario parties, that's awesome. Mario Kart 64, fucking awesome. Like, how many people were sitting in college? I know I can't be the only motherfucker that was in the dorm room playing some Mario Kart. Or in the living room, anywhere this game was at. I can't be the only one that ever was playing some Mario Kart, man. Mario Tennis, Mega Man Legends, which is basically, well, Mega Man 64, which is basically Mega Man Legends on the 64. Monster Truck Madness, don't care about that. Mortal Kombat Trilogy actually was pretty cool on the 64, it's just that you had to really get used to using that controller, the D-pad. Now try pulling this move off, pull that combo off with Rain on the 64 controller. I will pay you $50. Come sit down and do that with, not with the Xbox controller through the emulator. Do that shit with a motherfucking 64 controller. I will give you $50. Yeah, pretty much it's a pretty cool library of 64 games. All the best shit that was on 64 is up here. Super Mario 64 and all that shit is on there. As well as Star Fox. I can't forget about Star Fox. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer was okay for the arcade. I really didn't mess with it on home console. This was my shit though. Star Fox on Super Nintendo as well as Star Fox 64 was that fucking work. I dig this game like a mug. Here it is, 64's Mario 64. Another thing I like about this emulating program right here that I got on the BZ is they have this arcade preview screen, so to speak, right there that, you know, gives you a preview of what game it is, because there's a lot of games you might not know what it is, whether they have the name in English or not. You might not know what it is, and you might not want to waste your time clicking on games, letting it load up, seeing that it's whack and you didn't want to play this anyway, then canceling out, going back to the load bio screen and coming back into it. Therefore, this right here stops it, because it wasn't like this on older versions of MAME OS and things of that nature. You just had to click the game, and if you didn't know what the game was already, you was assed out, Cannonball. They got the Japanese version. They have a homebrew version, I'm going to say, that says it's the green stars, and then there's one right here that says there's a 2-player version of it. I don't know how it works. I haven't tried playing with anybody yet, but I will try over the weekend and let you guys know. I might even do Super Mario 74 0-star run. Okay. Smash Brothers. Yeah, see, this is a, who remembers this? Who remembers Midway's War Gods? After all the great work they did with Mortal Kombat, look at this shit. Like, who developed this game? I mean, I hear a bunch of Mortal Kombat sound effects and the Shao Kahn excellent and you win on here, but who in the blue hell made this up? Another phony game. Is Mean Gene Okerlund just giving a choke slam to Perry Saturn? Right, you deserve to get kicked in your face after that. WCW was phony for stuff like this. Mayhem sucked. Wipeout was my shit. Wipeout was my shit. I don't know, something about Wipeout for PlayStation as well as the 64. I just dug Wipeout. I don't know. But I really fuck with this. This was the wrestling game of wrestling games. No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000, WCW versus NWO World Tour, WCW versus NWO Revenge. Those were the ones that had back then, dog. And though I had this system as well as the PlayStation with games like SmackDown and SmackDown 2, Know Your Role and things of that nature, these games right here, man, 4-player multiplayer madness. WrestleMania 2000, oh man, it takes you back. Then you got both the Legend of Zeldas from 64, Majora's Mask, as well as Ocarina of Time. Oh man. Now we're on the PC engine, also known as TurboGrafx 16. What other systems they have on here? I haven't looked, like I said, I haven't looked through everything. I apologize. I know y'all probably tired of watching the video and seeing nothing, but oh, this is a horrible Batman game for the TurboGrafx 16. What the hell is this? That's the worst. But anyway, this system had a couple of cool shooters. couple of cool fighters. I take it this is a Power Ranger game? Or Mass Rider? Busao KG Cybercross. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. You just see me sitting here watching it. It's just baffling to me because this guy looks like a fake Red Ranger. And this was legitimately on the TurboGrafx 16? Okay, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the entire body of work. China Warrior. Is that a fake Bruce Lee? Please tell me this game did not legitimately come out on TurboGrafx 16. Please tell me it didn't. Oh, Die Hard was better on here. Die Hard like Akari Warriors or fucking Guerrilla War on TurboGrafx 16. Die Hard on Nintendo was horrible. Ah, Dragon Spear. Isn't that fucking airplane shooter up you fly with a dragon? Yep. I'm a shooter fan, dude. I fucks with shooters. Legendary X, yeah. 1 and 2. Alright, let's skip ahead to the next system. PC Engine CD. So there's a TurboGrafx 16, TurboGrafx 60 CD. TurboGrafx 16 CD. I mean, this is not. I went back up because I wanted to see Victory Round. That's what I thought that was. Okay. Castlevania Dracula X Blood. Yes, it's pronounced that way. And man, was this the shit. For those of you not familiar, this is the opening scene of Castlevania Symphony of the Night right there that he's playing through in this part. But this is actually that game. This game was awesome. Castlevania was that shit. Oh man. Symphony of the Night, PlayStation 1. Last game on there is Spriggan Mark 2. And then it starts the PlayStation 1 games. And the first game on that list is that shit. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is that fucking work. All 3 Crash Bandicoots. Iander, which I really enjoyed. Good job, Square Soft, before y'all became Square Enix. Gradius Gaiden. I'm telling you, man, the PlayStation 1 got some shit on it. Not that, but, you know. I mean, if you like cute 'em ups, there you go. Heart of Darkness. Hermie Hopperhead. Okay. Intelligent Cube. This was my shit. I might get a session of that started. See, this is what ends up happening when I play this jump. That's why I'm making a video of it. Because I end up going through the list and not knowing where to fucking go at. Internal Section. I never played this on PlayStation 1. Don't know if it's real, if it was ever released here in North America. Leave a comment in the comment section if so. And if you're watching this via my YouTube page as a rebroadcast, subscribe to the page, click the like on the video. And if you have any videos or pages you want me to like and subscribe to, leave the comment in the comment section. I'll make sure I do that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Capcom fighting game. Really cool anime too. I watched the Japanese anime joint through Crunchyroll. Cooler World. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say Koala, but you know, there's no O in there. The X4, X5, and X6 series from the PlayStation 1. These are the ones that came out on the PlayStation 1. And man, were these games awesome. Mortal Kombat 4. Why would they put Mortal Kombat 4 in there? Why wouldn't Mortal Kombat Trilogy be on PlayStation 1? They put Mortal Kombat Trilogy on 64 and not on PlayStation 1 on this list. Why would you put 4? Mr. Driller. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Right. Ribbit. R-Type Delta. Let's see. Raiden Project was my shit. This is my favorite game, quite possibly of all time. This got me started playing shoot 'em ups. Even though I was already playing Street Fighter 2 and shit like that, this game right here, Raiden 1, not part 2, this is part 2 that show right here. But Raiden 1 was that work. Street Fighter EX, the first Ridge Racer. Race Storm was that shit too. Road Rash, the very first one. I very first played this on Panasonic 3DO. The very first time I played this version of it. Ridge Racer. It started it all. What can I say? I never liked playing racing games like this, by the way, in that first-person view. Let me see the car. Alpha 3, EX plus Alpha. That works. Skullomania. And Kyrie. Street Fighter EX2. That runs a little choppy, I see. Strider 2. Tekken 1. Tekken 2. Tekken 3. Thunder Force 5. Time Crisis. And Time Crisis 2. X2. This looks pretty hot. Put that on my favorites list. Oh no, I just went into my favorites list. Son of a bitch. Sega Master System, Sega CD, Mega Drive versus regular Sega. Shitload of stuff on regular Sega. That's what Mega Drive is. Look at all the Sega shit. You see that? From A through Z. This is all Sega Genesis, man. Still Sega Genesis. 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 What the hell is this? Experts. This looks horrible. Oh man, it looks horrible. Had to reset it again, see how it just slipped up on me. And try to give it to. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you guys the games that I got installed on my hard drive. So we got Capcom vs SNK 2 from the Xbox, the original Xbox version. Marvel vs Capcom 2, the Xbox version. Scarface: The World Is Yours. Capcom vs SNK Chaos. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Make sure you guys look out for that Star Wars Battlefront gameplay update and featurette coming up in the new Star Wars Comic-Con joint coming up. And The Warriors. The Warriors was that work, by the way. And those are the full games. You know, and because the Xbox has a 500 gig hard drive in it, there's room for way more shit to be put on there. Gotta go through a couple of websites and shit like that in order to get that popping up. Sorry, 32X. MSX. They had the original MSX Metal Gears. It was really hard to come by. Punching Dogs. Regular Nintendo. I'm not even gonna go through this whole list because that shit goes forever and a day. 64 as we've been through. PC Engine 1 and 2. The PC Engine and PC Engine CD. We were on PlayStation. Mega Man series and all that. Street Fighter and Tekken, then X2. We stopped that. Put that on my list, please. Thank you very much. Xevis 3D. And then we go into the Spectrum. Now we're on Super Nintendo. Yeah, so all these emulation programs are just built into this one genre. It's not just arcade games here. Everything right here is still Super Nintendo. And there's some shit called X6800. Scorpion.